Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Friends and Pals podcast. This episode is going to be a little bit different than the ones we have done before. We are just going to be pretty much doing some would you rather questions. So, without further ado, I'm going to take it over to Alex for the first question.
We're starting out with kind of a softball, I feel like, but would you rather never have to do laundry or never have to do dishes again?
I have an immediate answer: dishes for sure. I would rather never have to do dishes again.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I feel like laundry, I can kind of throw it in and, like, I don't have to touch it for like 30 minutes. Dishes, I feel like I'm standing there for ages trying to get all the dishes done.
It's also just a lot less like with dishes, like you're literally putting your hands to old food versus like laundry. You're just like you throw it in and you're done with it.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't know, I just hate dishes. Like, I just hate doing them. I can't really explain why, but they just suck.
Yeah. For me is for sure like I have a problem with for some reason touching that food. After it's been in my mouth and even sitting for a little bit, like I have a problem with going near it again. I don't know why.
I suppose, yeah. Throw them in the dishwasher first.
If I had one,
Second question. Would you rather have the ability to speak to animals or the ability to speak all languages?
again, immediate answer, I would rather speak to animals 100%.
Why?
Because I love my dog probably more than any person on this planet, excluding maybe a couple people. Saving myself there. And so I want to know, and he's also really doofy, so I just like to know all the stupid shit that goes on in his fucking mind all day long. Like I feel like it would just be free entertainment, just all the stupid shit that goes through that dumb brain of his.
Why are you canceling your Netflix subscription? Because I could talk to my dog.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like speaking to animals would be a good one because like also like you can learn to speak other languages. Like you can't learn to speak all of them, obviously, but like you can learn to speak the other languages that you want to learn how to speak. Learning how to speak to animals is not a task that we have come up with the answer for yet. Like, so I feel like that would be like cooler. And I also want to ask my cat why she keeps eating things that she shouldn't be eating.
I feel like as well, you don't need all the languages, right? I mean, like you don't need all of them. 90% of people like don't even leave their fucking home like place of life or whatever, so I don't feel like you're gonna meet that many people. You meet animal every day. You can meet a different animal every day.
Yeah, like you could go outside and be like, "Sup, bird?" and ask him how his day's going. Like, never gonna be the same bird.
Yeah, it could be like some asshole eagle came in and stole my son and it was terrible.
Oh God. Uh yeah. It's traumatizing almost when you see that happen.
I saw that the other day, so that one was from experience.
Yeah. I just watched something die.
It is. It's very traumatizing, but you're always taught like in documentaries they'll show you like something getting ripped apart and then they'll be like, but that's just the way of life. And so you're supposed to just like be okay with it, but it's like, nah, I did just watch something get snatched in the night. Now I had the decency to at least take it and do its business elsewhere. I just watched the snatching. I just watched every kid's worst nightmare of getting snatched by an unknown predator in the night. I meant predator because of birds. I just want
Okay. So here's the third question. Would you rather be in a quiet room with someone tapping their foot or clicking a pen?
Oh, tapping their foot for sure. No?
No, I feel like I'd rather be in the room with someone clicking their pen.
Give me a pen real quick. I'll show you how annoying that can get real quick.
It doesn't bother me. Like I don't think either of these things really bother me. I just feel like tapping your foot would be louder. Like clicking a pen, like I don't know if it's like undiagnosed ADHD, but like clicking a pen, like if it's like in a solid rhythm, could almost be relaxing.
Hey, no, there's no doubting the fact that if it was me clicking the pen, I would be just fine with it. It's just the fact that somebody else is doing it that would piss me the fuck off. So I feel like the foot tapping would be just a little bit quieter. And then what if I'm also clicking my pen and that person comes in and fucks up my beat I got going in and throws off my whole shit?
Well, then you harmonize.
The world doesn't work like that anymore. He would get angry. My pen clicking would be offensive the way I did it.
All right. Fourth question. Would you rather be the first of your kind or the last of your kind?
Oh, that's the first one that I actually have to fucking think about. I don't like this one. I think the first, because hopefully I would just die like right away, and then I wouldn't like. Because I feel like if you're the last of your kind, you'd have so many attachments by the end of it, and then you'd just be alone. Versus like if you were the first, you would hopefully not be around long enough to form any attachments.
I, yeah. You would at least have like a kid to hang out with. Like you would at least have like someone. Because like if you're the first, obviously somebody came after.
Yeah, but maybe you got like lucky one night at like a party with like two other of the first people that came, and then you guys like hooked up, and then you went home and fucking fell out of a tree that night trying to get some berries or something. Then like you had a relationship, but like it wasn't like meaningful. You're not leaving a legacy behind.
Ah, I suppose. I suppose. Yeah, it's still the first. Like I feel like the being the last of your kind is so much sadness, but like being the first, like you're starting something. You don't know it yet, but you're starting something.
True, actually. Yeah, you have a legacy. It's one of those things where you won't know you have a legacy, but hopefully at least the early people will be like, yeah, this guy started everything.
Yeah. You know, nobody ever remembers the first of the kind, but nobody's really around to remember the last of the kind, anyways. So, all right, here's the fourth one. Would you rather know a little about numerous topics or know a lot about a few specific topics?
I feel like I already know a little about numerous topics. So I think I would go for the latter on that one.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think I'm like knowing a lot about a few specific topics. Like, I feel like I'm already kind of like that in a way, but like, I just enjoy it more. Like, I feel like knowing a lot and being super knowledgeable about a few specific topics is cooler than knowing about a lot of things because it shows that you really care about the topics that you picked, you know?
Yeah, right.
All right, next
Yeah,
question.
sorry.
Fifth question. Would you rather be intelligent but poor or stupid but rich?
Again, this one already applies to me. I feel like I am intelligent and poor. So I don't like this one.
I feel like I'd rather be intelligent but poor. Stupid and rich might be more fun.
You're just so much more oblivious to life. But don't think I'd really want it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like like stupid and rich, like you see those people all the time in like movies and TV shows, and they have a lot of fun. But like intelligent but poor, like I'd rather like I don't know. I think I value like what I've learned too much to let go of intelligence.
Yeah, I think you would also be a better person at the end of the day too with the experience of being poor. Like I think those experiences humble you versus like as your example was like in TV shows you always see it. You always see that, but you also see that they never really truly have like a meaningful relationship like because of it because 90% of the time people just want their money and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd rather be poor and intelligent.
That's true. All right, sixth question. I'm gonna lose track at some point here. Would you rather invent time travel or perpetual motion machines?
Perpetual motion machine.
Why?
I would not want to be fucking responsible for what people would do with my fucking creation of time travel. I would be horrified to see the shit that would unfold. I don't know how a perpetual motion machine could be used for like nefarious purpose. I mean, someone I'm sure would find it.
That's fair. Like, I feel like some things could use perpetual motion machines. My first thought was a car, but like, why would you want a car that never stops?
Yeah. Hey, you drive it one time and it immediately gets you into a car accident. The new Tesla model.
I feel like in terms of like, I don't know, like the production industry, they could be useful. Like it would put a lot of people out of a job, but you would have a lot of money and you would be intelligent.
You're right. I didn't think about it like that. Fuck people over and be smart and rich.
Forget electric cars. Where's the perpetual motion machines? You know, in all seriousness, I feel like you could put a perpetual motion machine inside a car, like not as the wheels, but like inside a car and have like the ability to turn it off. And then you would literally like never need gas again. Wait, is that what they do with Teslas? Fuck, I don't know.
And I have a counter. I have a counter to that. I feel like the moment you're able to turn off a perpetual motion machine, it's no longer a perpetual motion machine.
Yeah, well, like my first thought was like if you had the ability to turn a perpetual motion machine off, you just need a battery to power it. No, you're right, but like also, yeah, I suppose that's true. Car that never stops running.
Dude, the atmosphere would be gone a second. In a second, CO2 levels would never be higher.
Yeah, but like I feel like even with like a battery itself, like a perpetual motion machine, that battery would like never stop recharging. I think I'd rather invent time travel.
Really? Why is that?
Mostly because I don't know what a perpetual motion machine would do. Like you said, I honestly like I'm not smart enough to understand what the use for a perpetual motion machine is. So I feel like I know what I'm talking about a little better if I invented time travel.
Mine is more so like shifting the blame. Like I don't know what a perpetual motion machine is, but I know time travel could like do some really crazy shit.
If it got into the wrong hands. But I feel like time travel always ends up in the wrong hands.
It's going to. You've seen every movie ever.
All right, next question. Would you rather understand what everyone is thinking or see everyone's future?
Oh, those both sound like a living fucking hell, to be honest with you.
I think it depends. Like, once again, is your mind a perpetual motion machine, or can you turn it on and off? Is my first question.
It's Bruce Almighty.
No, like I feel like if you can choose, like who and what you're like seeing, like I feel like that changes it a lot. Like, I don't want to be walking around like with my eyes rolling back into my head because I'm seeing everyone's future all at once either. Like, understanding what everyone's thinking, I think is like it would help you understand people more. Like, seeing everyone's future would kind of be cool.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I would not. You think about what seeing people's future entails. Like, sure, you can see like if they're gonna get their new job or like whatever the fuck, but you could also potentially see the end of their days. And I feel like that would be fucking terrible. I feel like even if I had people saying fucked up things about me that I could hear, like at least I could live with that. Like I'd feel terrible and I'd just always be the guy to randomly be like, "Hey, fuck you," out of nowhere when these people weren't even speaking. But I I think I would rather that just because of what the other one entails.
Yeah, that's fair. I also think like I think understanding what everyone's thinking is better for me. Like nothing to do with like why anyone's future would be terrible to see, but like um understanding what people's thinking is just like I feel like it would help me understand people a lot better. And also, I've had way too many moments in my life where I'm just like, I wish I could just understand what's going on inside your head. So like having that ability would make things so much easier.
I I wish that I could fucking use that to like have an actual conversation with somebody instead of always being so fucking awkward.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next question. Would you rather lose all the toes on one foot or one of your ears?
I feel like it's ear, right?
Like, is it talking about your hearing or is it talking about the actual outer ear?
No, I think it's just the yeah, like the vestigial outer ear. I think your inner ear would still work.
It's got to be the ear, yeah, because like your hearing would like get worse, but you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't stop hearing. You'd just look a little funny.
You would definitely stop walking if you lost all the toes on your foot.
Yeah, like you can't balance without your toes. So like if you lost the toes on your foot, you're losing the ability to walk without like a cane. One of your ears, like you might get to like get in like a one of those ear pieces. Fuck, I don't remember what they're called.
Ear trumpets,
No,
hearing aid.
yeah, hearing aid. I couldn't remember the name for fucking hearing aid for a second.
I don't know why my brain went to ear trumpet like at the 1920s.
An ear funnel helps you hear better. Perpetual motion machine.
Perpetual hearing machine.
Oh man, whoever invents those is rich and intelligent. All right. Would you rather be able to time travel or be able to stop time?
I feel like I'd rather time travel. I feel like I'd be able to get up to too much shit if I was able to stop time.
But stopping time, like I feel like it'd be cooler. But time travel, I don't know. Time travel would also be really cool. I can't even say stopping time would be cooler.
I'd like to go into the past. That's the only thing I could argue for time travel.
I don't think I can think of anything that I would want to do with stopping time. But definitely time travel.
I just feel like it'd be too tempting to fucking like, I don't know, like freeze time and go to the fucking like grocery store or something and get yourself some free food. Like, I just feel like it'd be too tempting to become a fucking criminal on accident.
Yeah. So would you rather be a time traveling good person or a person that can stop time that's actually pretty evil?
I could also think of it in a different route. Just me personally being like shut in a little bit. I could see myself like freezing time just to be like alone and have it be like some dystopian thing where I've just frozen time for 50 years.
Dude, no. Wait, actually? No, I'm changing my answer. I want to stop time. Like, could you imagine how fucking useful that would be? Like, you would stop time and like you would come back from your time stopping journey and like have learned how to play fucking guitar or something. Like, hold on.
And then you start slipping away further and further, and then you're fucking gone for like 10 years in your head, but you come back and everything's the same.
Yeah, but like, think about all the things you could do with extra time.
Who's gonna teach you how to play guitar when you can't when time is frozen? Do you get to unfreeze certain things with you to learn, or like how does that work? I feel like it would. You almost couldn't do anything with the time. I guess
Books
you
would
could
be your
like
best
read.
friend.
Yeah, that's what we both went to. Yeah,
Yeah, books would be your best friend. Like, and like, I feel like you'd still be able to like use like a laptop or like social media or something. You just wouldn't be able to watch videos. Like watching videos, you'd obviously have to restart time for.
yeah, but wouldn't loading be time related?
Suppose. Unfreeze second. Unfreeze it for like a split second to let things load.
You just let somebody's frozen, and you just let them like.
Yeah, just do a little twitch. Oh man, no, yeah, I'm still gonna go stopping time because like I could read so much.
I don't know. Yeah, you might have kind of convinced me. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Is I'd be able to read all the time.
And imagine like you just want like another break at work or something, and you're like standing there in the middle of doing something, so you just stop time for like 15 minutes, then come back and finish what you're doing. Nobody be any the wiser.
Would your car work so you could drive home?
Oh shit! If you, ooh, that's a good. Maybe okay, maybe you can stop time, but anything you're touching could still like go.
I feel like I'm looking too deep into this. A bike would work.
Yeah. Because like you could be like touching your phone, like doing whatever, playing a game or something, or like touching your laptop and like watching something. Like you just have to keep like one finger on the laptop and you can do whatever you want.
If that's the case, it's stop time for sure. Then that that brings another question for me though. Does that translate to living people? Could you like hold somebody's hand or something, or like touch their shirt and bring them into your frozen time reality with you?
I think it'd have to be the person. If you touch their shirt, like I feel like you should bring the shirt in, but like it'd have to be like grab their forearm or grab their hand or something.
The shirt starts flowing.
But like, yeah, like I feel like if you touch somebody else, like if whatever you're touching is not affected, like if you held somebody's hand, you could like bring them in. Like it'd be harder to do things with, but like you could like I don't know have some time to like one hand holding somebody's hand, one hand on the laptop to have a free 2.5 hours to watch a movie or something.
I know you need to go home soon here, but hold my hand and we can watch another movie before you have to leave. My question. Okay, I have one more question on this on deep dive before I think we should maybe move on. But or I guess we could keep talking about it. I don't care. But do you get tired when time is frozen? Do you have to sleep? No, you're just like completely awake all the time.
You know, well here's my thought process on like it on you not getting tired while time is stopped because like if you get I had a train of thought. Like if you get tired while you're like stopping time, what's the point of stopping time? Because anytime you like stop, you still get tired during that time. So like you just have to sleep it off pretty much in a way. Like I'd stop time at 8 p.m. to get like an essay done real quick and you spend 6 hours writing it. And then you get done and sure, it's still 8 p.m., but now you're tired as fuck and you just want to go to bed at 8 p.m.
Yeah, but maybe you can keep time frozen while you sleep. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe you can keep time frozen while you sleep.
It'd have to be a conscious thing.
Yeah, yeah. You think as soon as you're not aware, so you don't like you think like if you started like getting really fucking hammered like in that state, you would all of a sudden start losing the ability to keep time still.
No, because I thought of another deep dive question. Like if you are like unconscious, like are you accidentally stopping time and starting time again?
Oh, you have like time nightmares where like you have like a nightmare and all of a sudden you stop time or something. Oh, and then what if you accidentally stop it for yourself and you never fuck like time is just frozen forever. Oh,
Oh God, that's a little more terrifying than I was thinking. But like, no, I was thinking like you accidentally like it's a conscious process, but like while you're asleep, you accidentally trigger the conscious process. And like you're just stop time and you wake up at like 3 a.m. with a full 8 hours of sleep because you accidentally stopped time for 5 hours. It, it's hard. It's a hard question.
I have another deep dive. Yeah, I have another deep dive question for the time travel thing. What kind of time travel are we talking about? Are we talking about like time travel where like how does this work? Am I going back in time? Like say I went back in time one day in my apartment. Are there two of me? Am I existing as the future me and the past me at the same time?
Yes, but then you're playing with the butterfly effect.
But so okay, but what if I made the conscious decision in the past to like sit and work all day on what I need to do, knowing damn well that later that day I'm gonna go back in time and while past me is doing the work, future me is gonna be in the past enjoying the time anyways.
Yeah, see, no, like I feel like that would work. Like set a plan at like 8 in the morning and like be like, yeah, my future me is gonna come do this, and then he's gonna come drop it in like the Dropbox, and then I'm gonna go into the Dropbox at 6 p.m. on the dot, and that's all gonna be in there. Like I feel like that would work.
I feel like it'd be butterfly effecty only if like let's say you didn't plan at the time you're going back to that you were going to go back in time and then all of a sudden you saw yourself in the past without knowing what the fuck was going on and then maybe that could trigger some events but I feel like if you made like you woke up at 8 and you're like all right me right now I'm going to go to work and I'm going to do work my whole shift and then after my shift I'm going to go back in time and use that 8 hours that I was at work then to also have that extra time made up.
Like I feel like that's kind of an alternative to stopping time too, because you could be in like 17 different places at once if you're careful.
Oh yeah, that could get dicey. You could just keep going back in time and fucking. Ooh.
Then you've spent 10 years back in time too, so like you've been going crazy either way. But like I feel like too, with time travel, you're still aging. Stopping time, you are definitely not aging.
True. Okay, it's definitely stopping time then.
All right, next question. Would you rather be attacked by a great white shark or a grizzly bear?
Oh fuck.
Grizzly bear for me, 100%. Like great white shark, I feel like would be terrifying because you're also going underwater.
Have you seen The Revenant?
Yeah, but like grizzly bear, like it might be a slower death, but at least I'm not dying underwater.
I don't know if I can fucking answer this one. This would keep me up at night. If this was like back in like middle school when we were fucking like having our fucking like hangout sessions or whatever, like 2 in the morning, you were like, "Hey, would you rather be eaten by a grizzly bear or a shark?" I'd be like, "Oh fuck, dude," and I'd sit and think about it all night. I can't. Because I feel like it's shark, but then you said the part about the water, and it made me rethink my whole thing. Because yeah, I feel like you're drowning and being ripped apart, like to shreds.
Yeah. So like grizzly bear, like at least you're just getting ripped to shreds. It might be a painful death, but like I wouldn't be drowning. I wouldn't be dragged underwater to the depths of hell either. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It might be grizzly bear by the water margin.
the next question. Would you rather always have a shopping cart with one wheel that doesn't work right when shopping or an uneven table leg at every restaurant where you eat? For me, it's the shopping cart with one wheel that doesn't work right. I always end up with them anyways. And also, I will straight up just use that shopping cart if it doesn't work right. It's done me wrong multiple times, but I have never once been like, oh, this wheel doesn't work right. I'm taking it back. And for the table leg, I'm a table leaner until the day I die. I will put my elbow on that table and absolutely fuck everyone's dinner up. So I would have to go with the shopping cart. I think I'd be too much of an unintentional, like really rude person if I did the table leg.
You pretty much stole what I was gonna fucking say, like right out of my mouth, because the shopping cart, I don't really care at all. Like, I'm not someone that's gonna be in the grocery store for 2 hours. It's gonna be like a 20-minute trip for me at max. So I feel like I can deal with that. While I'm eating, and especially like out in public, yes, I have a chronic thing of being the table leaner, like the chair leaner, and like same thing. I will fuck up the night by being like that. So if I had already a fucked up table leg, like I'm going into the fucking waitress or waiter and knocking all their shit out of their hands.
Exactly. Like I have also already done that with an uneven table so many times. I'll lean on the table and I'll just shake, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not for me. Like that's so much worse than a shopping cart. All right, next question. Uh, would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut?
Alex, I'm gonna let you go first on this one because I feel like you have some extra insight.
Yeah, stubbing the toe for me.
You would still fucking pick stubbing the toe after the life that you lived.
You know, if this means that I would never stub my toe ever again, paper cuts. Like, absolutely. Paper cuts are just like a sting, and I feel like those go away pretty quickly. So, like, paper cuts are like easier. I've stubbed my toe probably thousands of times in the last couple of years.
That's why I pick paper.
Yeah, one time I even like bent half a nail back on my toe because it was so bad.
I remember that. You'd also clip it on the edge of your fucking staircase trying to walk upstairs.
Yeah. To be fair, that's when a kid knows he needs to clip his nails more.
I feel like you were just unlucky. You were always I feel like you were always well groomed. Like your nails were always cut nice. You were always taking showers. You're always whatever. So I feel like it wasn't that. I feel like you were just fucking unlucky. So
That's fair.
that's why for me it's fucking paper cut for sure. And I was the dumbass kid that when you watch Jackass and they're like, don't try this at home. The first thing I did was try to do the shit that I could at home. And one of the bits that they do in the first movie is paper cuts. So I went to school. I went to school the next day. Way too young to have been seeing this movie. I think I was in the second grade. And I don't know if you remember, but they used to give you those triangular flashcards that had like math problems on it or whatever. And I used that at lunchtime to give myself paper cuts in front of the students in between all of my fingers. So I feel like paper cuts for me, it's easy. Already done it, and I've seen the pain you've gone through with a fucking those toe stubs. I felt for you every time.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Would you rather be able to taste color or see smell?
All you have to do is take acid if you really want to do both of those, from what I understand. So I don't. It sounds like we have to be fourth dimensional beings to understand that question. I don't even know what that means.
I'd rather be able to taste color. This one's an easy one for me.
We have tasted
I
color.
feel like it'd be well, I feel like it'd be like if you like close your like you could use that as like a party trick. Like this tastes red or this wall is yellow. Like I don't know, like there could be cool something cool with that. And also like I want to know what colors taste like a little bit after reading that. Like what would the taste of yellow be?
It would just be yellow. That's all you could say.
I suppose, yeah. Seeing smell like might be useful for me because as I mentioned earlier, I don't have a sense of smell really.
You could visualize it.
Yeah, like oh shit, you're wearing that perfume today. I can see it. I can't smell
The visualization, like text, like floating in the air, where it's like this smells like
it. Or just the word like lavender,
lavender.
chocolate. Or like you could get really like specific with it and like Axe body spray, the peppermint kind or something like that.
You could be a great like perfume professional with that ability. If that's something you want in life. If that's
like
something you want in life.
like they call you in. They call you in when they want a specific smell.
When they need something broken down to its base fucking elements, they call in the super sniffer. And they fucking like they can use it anywhere from like finding perfumes to like finding criminals. Like they get brought in by the police, and you can like they whiff a piece of clothing in front of you, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a rare perfume only available here at this certain time and place. It's definitely got to be this guy. This guy's the only one that could have been there at that place and time. And you bust the fucking bad guys.
Okay, I have a follow up question. Say like someone like doesn't wear deodorant. Like we'll call him Rick. Like say like Rick doesn't wear deodorant and he's sweating. Do you just see sweat or does he just smell like Rick?
No, it's like a comic book where like they're fighting and it's like pow pop punch whatever, except it's like sweat bo disgusting scent, like it's just like aggressively in your face.
So if it's a bad smell, it's aggressive then.
I just feel like if it's potent it's aggressive.
Because like the reason, it depends. Yeah, it changes the font. But like, I feel like another good question is like, I feel like another good question is like, if you could use it to like solve crimes, like then like that person smelling like themselves will be a really bad thing. Like they call in the snooper sniffer, and it's like, oh yeah, this smells like Michael down the street. Like you would be a fucking police dog.
They just have you in the back of the car like with a little fucking vest on and they just bring you around like this guy right here, and you're like yep, it's
Yep,
him.
smells like Rick.
It's him. It could be Michael, but I think it's Rick. They wear the same cologne. I don't know, sir.
All right. Would you rather always have to travel by hippo or by kangaroo?
Oh, kangaroo for sure. It'd be so much more fun. You could sit in the fucking pouch and like be hopped around everywhere. That'd be awesome.
I feel like I'd get seasick on a kangaroo. Like, I'd get motion sickness.
Yeah.
Hippo, like, hippos would move. I feel like hippos can actually run really fast.
Can they? I
Like
thought it'd be
like
slow.
some part of me thinks that they can run really really fast. Like not as fast as like a cheetah, obviously, but like if you get them going, like they can run.
Kangaroos can box people though. Have you ever seen those videos of a kangaroo like in Australia just running up on somebody and they're literally like they like literally put their hands up like that like that. I mean they fuck people up. I feel like if somebody rolled up on me and I was in the kangaroo would just fucking go in psycho mode and defend my honor.
See, counterpoint to that. Would anybody bother messing with you if you're riding a hippo? Like,
If you were slow enough, yeah. It depends on how fast the hippo is. If the hippo is fast, my point might be whatever. But I feel like I thought the hippo was slow. I thought that was like their gimmick.
even if the hippo's slow, like if they start messing with you, all you got to do is all right, kick them, and the fucking hippo just sends them off to the next life.
Unless they're like you run upon like people that have like bow and arrow and shit, and they're using like distant warfare.
Well, then that counteracts the kangaroo too, because you can't
Nah,
use them.
you're protected. The kangaroo's just out. He hops away. Oh shit. Okay, that might be hippo.
How fast can they
They can
run?
get up to 20 miles an hour, I guess.
See,
Yeah, but here, hold on.
fucking hippo.
Hold on a second.
Oh no, a hippo's maximum speed is 30 miles per hour.
A kangaroo can hit 43. Kangaroo all the way.
I still feel like hippo would just be so much more menacing. Nobody would mess with you on a hippo. Then again, like nobody would probably mess with you in a kangaroo pouch either. They'd be like, "Look at that fucking weird outfit around a kangaroo."
Yeah, they just wouldn't even bother. Just be like, he's no threat. He's got nothing I want.
Yeah, like he's using a kangaroo to travel. Like there is no way he is like he's got anything on him. But like hippo, like you would be riding a fucking beast. Like that is a beast that you are riding. Kangaroos are like little guys, like they just kind of hop around. They're kind of fun, but like hippos, you would be intimidating. You're like a chieftain.
Dude, kangaroos scare the fuck out of me. I think I would be more scared of a kangaroo. I'm just gonna be it. I don't think I'm folding on that one. I've seen some shit about kangaroos that scare the fuck out of me.
So here's the next question: would you rather be the god of light or the god of darkness? God of light, absolutely. I like darkness is cool. Like I love like darkness and shadows and shit. But I feel like God of Light is innately good, and I feel like the God of Darkness would innately not be good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just say I'll innately am not good because I would pick the darkness. I think I would pick that for sure. Maybe that just says something about my
I
character,
feel like
but
yeah, I darkness is cool. Like it'd be cool to be the God of Darkness. Being the God of Light though, I don't know. Like something about being the God of Light, like being like it like good, I guess, in a way. Like you're chasing away the darkness. Like I feel like that like morally it's better.
the only reason I guess I don't even really know what the fuck it means to be the light or the god of light or darkness. So the only reason why I have a stake in it is because I guess not maybe not so much now, but when I was younger, I had like a really irrational fear of the dark. So I think it would just be like morally liberating to fucking be like the master of darkness and overcome that fear. And that's the only reason why I have a preference
You've come
on.
full
Yeah, I've come
circle.
full circle. Born in the darkness. Yeah, like come full circle. I used to fear you, now I rule you.
All right, so I think that caps it off for this episode.
Yeah, we had a lot of fucking fun doing this one. There seemed to be a running theme with us saying there's always going to be a part two, but there is most definitely going to be a part two on this one, just simply because of how much fun we had. So we hope you enjoyed this fourth episode here. If you are listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, make sure to give us a follow. And if you're listening on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and give us a like. And we will see you next week for the next episode.